Magandang gabi mga kaibigan, TIGF. TIGF sila. Pero ako manic pa rin. Because tomorrow is Saturday and usually karamihan ng mga klase dito sa graduate school ay nagaganap sa araw ng Sabado. At malapit na pong mag alas 6 and we are supposed to go out at 6 p.m. So I would like to make use of these few minutes remaining to record this vlog. So mga kapatid, magtagalog muna tayo ngayon. So, I'll try my best na sanayin ang aking Tagalog kasi minsan medyo mabigat ang aking accent kasi no matter how I tried na magsalita ng Tagalog ng magaan ang pananalita, talagang ipinanganak akong mabigat ang aking dila when it comes to speaking Tagalog. But of course, I can speak in Tagalog fluently. It's just that the accent is not really perfect and I could not perfect it no matter how I try. Ngayon, sa mga nakaraang araw, ang madalas kong naiisip ay yung tungkol sa kapayapaan ng mundo. And bilang isang profesor ng kapayapaan sa mga pag-aaral ng pangkapayapaan, sometimes I wonder whether itong peace na tinatawag natin is tenable in the world. Of course, we have learned the different methods of conflict resolution. We have studied the different angles of peacemaking, how to build peace, and things like that, and many things more. Pero, ang pinakahuling tanong dyan, is peace in the world really possible? Is it really possible na magkaroon tayo ng kapayapaan sa mundong ito? Siguro, kung ito ay titingnan natin sa religious narrative in the dialogue between Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, iba ang ating interpretasyon when it comes to world peace, and most of this religion conclude that peace in this world is not attainable. It is only attainable in the kingdom of God, and the kind of peace that we can produce in the world is only an approximation of the real peace that is to come. That's why in Christianity there is a field of study called eschatology, because it is the study of the end times. Sinisikap natin na pag-aralan, alamin kung ano ang ipinapahayag sa atin ng mga banal na kasulatan tungkol sa huling sandali. And usually it always ends up in peace. So ngayon, halimbawa tayo usually maraming mga bagay na point of thought na dapat nating i-analyze kasi minsan napakadali po nating mag-generalize. Halimbawa, when we talk about pacifism, we always tend to conclude that Christianity is pacifism, that the teaching of the Bible is absolute non-violence. Of course, that is the teaching of the Bible, but there are also instances when it says that even in heaven there is a warfare between the good and the bad, between the good angels and the bad angels, and there are contentions, especially which is there is a war in heaven. So kaya mahirap sabihin na pacifism is absolute. May mga bagay na kailangan pa rin nating intindihin at unawain. Hindi po ba? Like for example, yung sabi natin na hindi pwede ang divorce o paghihiwalay ng mag-asawa. Pero may point din na sinabi ang Panginoon na ang pangangalo niya ay ito ay batayan ng paghihiwalay, na pwede maging batayan ng paghihiwalay ng mag-asawa. And these are things na minsan mga gray areas na hindi natin nakikita sapagkat we always tend to generalize. You know, ang tao bilang nature ng ating bilang part ng ating nature ay napakahilig po nating mag-generalize. Sabi nila, madali po ang maging tamad. Kaya pag tayo ay tamad, madali po ang mag-generalize. But kung tayo ay nag-iisip at mapanuri at tinitimbang natin ang lahat ng bagay in an objective manner, makikita natin na may mga gray areas doon na kailangan pa rin nating maunawaan sapagkat naiiba siya kaysa sa doon sa mga general aspects na nauunawaan natin. Kaya bilang dalubhasa sa mga pag-aaral pang kapayapaan, we advocate peace, but sometimes the biggest question that we need to answer is really peace attainable? Like for example, ang mundo natin ngayon ay we are in a precarious situation. You know, we are in the brink of war. That's why the other day when I was looking at the Facebook, there were those some post friends from Bolivia, for example, and I would say you are lucky to live in Bolivia because if in case there will be World War III or something like that of a encounter or a flashpoint in the conflict among nations of the world today, uh, these countries in South America will be spared because they are far from the center of the superpowers. And it is we are unlucky here in the Philippines because we are at the crossroads. We are sandwiched between countries with different interests, and our strategic locations make us vulnerable to the influences of these countries that are fighting with each other. And what we really fear is that uh, tayo ay magiging surrogate, yung surrogate na labanan ng mga bansang itong may interest ay baka madamay tayo. And to think na tayo ay mahina ang ating we say we do not have much influence in the world because of our status as a country, and that's why we are prone to this kind of intervention of other countries. So lalo na sa kalapit bahay natin ang Taiwan, which is the plus point of contention of conflict between China and the United States. And nandito rin sa atin, katabi natin ang West Philippine Sea at saka South China Sea na flashpoint din ng contention. Yan, territorial dispute ng mga bansa na mayroong claim sa lugar na yan. And I cannot explain it here in this blog. I know if you want to a longer explanation, we can make a longer explanation with this, and it will take us several hours to discuss geopolitics in Southeast Asia, geopolitics in Europe. And you see the conflict in Ukraine, which can spill into the territory of the NATO countries, like in Western Europe and some other countries. And these are dangerous times because of the nuclear weapons and the things that can be involved in this war. And war is not something that we really want because just look at the destruction that war can bring. It can bring disruptions to our lives, and probably several years, the good years of our lives will be wasted because of recuperation from the effects of war. And we will be lucky if we will still be found alive at the end of this conflict. And just to think of the economic difficulty that it will bring us and the bleak future that it will have on our children and the next generation to come. That's why, my friend, peacemaking is a serious business which always we must think of. And really, if we are aggressive, we have to really rethink. And even this is more important, especially for our government officials, na dapat mag-isip-isip sila na makagawa sila ng mga magandang patakaran, makagawa sila ng mga magandang desisyon na magbibigay ng kapayapaan, hindi yung magbibigay ng conflict o kaya magbibigay ng problema sa atin. Kaya mga kapatid, patuloy nating, sabi nga dito, let us continue to advocate peace, and let us continue to work for peace, because this is our business, and peace is a serious business. This is the main reason why I decided to major or to specialize in peace education and in conflict studies, because really my original field is philosophy, but I transcended into this kind of specialization because I am interested in world peace and how to make peace, and at least to make this world a better world to live in. So thank you, my friends, and have a good Friday. No, not Good Friday, it's just a Good Friday. No, have a pleasant Friday. Enjoy your TIGF, and tomorrow is Saturday, and the next day will be Sunday. So don't forget our Sunday with the Lord and with our family, and that is the way for us to be blessed. Sabi nga nila, balance daw, work and life balance. I don't know what they mean by that, but siguro ang pag-intindi ko dyan is siguro may part din na may work tayo, may part din na meron tayong enjoyment. Kaya lang minsan, alam nyo, pag may pressure tayo sa trabaho natin, sometimes kahit times of enjoyment na naalala mo pa rin, pero it takes a special ability to really compartmentalize our lives so that we will not be overcome by the necessities of life. And may the Lord give us the light to see the future. May the Lord give us the light to understand the nature of His promises so that we will not be overcome by the problems of this present life. So thank you, my friends, and have a nice weekend.